I think one of the really impressive things about the London Business Footprint Report is the fact that it's taken just so many records, 18,000 across central London, tracking the last 10 years' activity to give a unique insight into what occupiers are really doing.
And it's an in-depth and also comprehensive view of central London. We get to understand what are the macro changes, but also what are the micro niche changes of individual sectors.
And I think one of the key findings from my perspective is that actually there's a lot of emergence going on across London, and by emergence I mean technology has taken hold, as we well know, but linked to that is a very strong correlation with talent.
And that's part of the diversity and the change that we've seen in central London. There's an extremely good linkage between the world of business and the world of education.
One of the interesting observations is the move away from West End, driven in part by the inability of the West End to respond to some of the larger requirements. And I think that's probably led to a behaviour that we haven't seen until recently, which is genuinely central London occupiers who would just as easily consider the east of London as they would the west and anything in between. That has borne itself out in many ways, the emergence of East London as a proper hub for the sector, the tech sector, but also law firms looking at south of the river, for example. And part of that has also manifested itself through the emergence and resurgence, in a sense, of the serviced office sector and this co-working concept, which is popular both with corporates but also start-up.
There is a need for this flexible working space, and the opening up of the markets has fueled flexibility for, shall we say, footloose occupiers. And that plays out in our research that we've identified over 60% increase in 10 years of serviced office operators.
Here we are now, government take-up has never been lower, and actually government occupation has never been lower.
And the government's footprint has reduced 29% over the past 10 years. And that's giving rise to new regeneration opportunities.
There's a massive investment in infrastructure going on. You know, the impact of Crossrail genuinely linking east and west London like never before will open up like an artery parts of London that previously have been just too out of context. So I think with all of the things that we've talked about, the things that are in the report, it's going to be fascinating to see how clients respond to both the challenge but also the opportunity that the future will bring.